Springfield Township Police say a 14-year-old boy charged with raping an 11-year-old boy is going to juvenile detention for violating electronic home monitoring. Now this and what has been a roller coaster kind of case. Now the question in court this morning was, should he be at home or should he be in detention?
That's right, and that very question forced today's emergency hearing. In fact, anchor Kristen Hartman has been following every development in this case and was in the courtroom this morning. Kristen?
And this all started last week when a magistrate said the suspect could go home on electronic monitoring. The Hamilton County prosecutor was not happy about that because of, in his words, the ugly nature of the case and other factors. So his office set out to send the accused to juvenile detention on the grounds you're about to hear. So please listen. Reason number one.
He is in clear violation of the stay-away order.
Reason number two.
They live on the same block. Put him in jail.
Judge Carrie Bloom listened to the prosecuting attorney's argument. She also heard the 14-year-old's lawyer offer an alternative: placement with a relative in Middletown who has children. And that's what it was supposed to be for the 14-year-old charged with raping an 11-year-old while he awaits trial, because as a young accused offender,
he will someday be a member of society again. And so I am not going to lock him up now and prevent him from growing in ways that we know incarceration affects children.
If on the flip side you're wondering how home confinement of someone charged with a violent crime affects the community he's living in, you're not alone. This week I spoke with the victim's grandma, who had this to say about the suspect.
You're enjoying your best life while you took someone else's soul.
And before the emergency hearing, in a Tuesday interview with me, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters didn't hold back.
We have a group of judges that are letting violent people out of jail. I don't understand the mentality involved in it, but it's making our community unsafe.
Do you feel you're making the community unsafe?
I don't feel that I am making society or the community any less safe by moving this child away from his alleged victim and in fact into another county.
She says the relative taking him in knows what's going on and she trusts that. But you heard prosecutors.
Put him in jail.
Something Joe Dieters says the magistrate should have done right from the get-go, considering the suspect and the victim lived on the same block. I asked the judge about that.
This is a serious case. Finding out they lived on the same street was honestly made it more serious to me.
She says she wouldn't want an encounter to re-traumatize the victim, but the judge also says the proximity issue wasn't made evident in the first hearing before the magistrate. The Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office yesterday told us that it was. I watched the tape this afternoon and proximity did not come up, so it could not have influenced the magistrate. That said, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters issued this statement, quote, "It shouldn't matter if the defendant lives on Mars. Based on these sickening facts alone, he should be locked up." Craig.
Well, and Kristen, all of this brings back, of course, back to the warrant issue that went out for the suspect related to a breach in his electronic monitoring unit.
Yeah, this is a really complicated thing. When I heard that, I called the suspect's mom. She told me he was sitting right there and that she stands by her son. Police confirmed they picked him up there. Keep in mind, the court decision today was that he was to go stay with a relative in Middletown. The suspect will have another appearance tomorrow morning. We certainly will be following it.